Hello, y'all. This is Prime Gamer 3285, and I just want to do a review of Ironhide. Now, this is one of my first Transformers reviews of the characters. Um, but Ironhide made his first appearance in G1, Transformers G1, and he was really cool. He was really tough. You know what I mean? And he took the form of a red van. That's what he transformed into. He took the form of, he was an Autobot, and he's a great friend to Optimus Prime. But he also made other appearances in Transformers comics and also the live action movie. Now, I really love the live action movie version of Ironhide. He also had that same toughness as his G1 counterpart, but he also took the form of a GMC pickup truck, and he was a black color in the live action movie. He wasn't red; he was black. But like his counterpart, he was very tough. Also, what I liked about the live action movie Ironhide is that he was a weapon specialist. He was heavily, he had a lot of weapons on him, and he had a lot of firepower, and he was very strong. And he's a great warrior in my opinion. Like, Ironhide is definitely one of my favorites. He's very tough, and he's a great Autobot warrior. You know what I mean? He's very tough. He's always ready to take on the Decepticons. You know what I mean? He's really tough, and he's extremely dangerous. He's no joke. He's very tough. You know what I mean? He took out the dents. He took them out. He also took out a lot. Took out Brawl. He was really strong. He's a really strong Autobot. You know what I mean? And very powerful. You know what I mean? And he's definitely one of my favorites. And I really loved his design in the live action movies. I feel like there's a lot of things about the Transformers live action movies that don't get credit, and definitely first and foremost is the Transformers robots designs. And Ironhide's design was so unique. I mean, seeing him on the big screen, seeing him the first time in Transformers 1. And he also appeared in Transformers 1, Transformers 2, Revenge of the Fallen. He also appeared in Transformers Dark of the Moon. Now, Transformers Dark of the Moon was his last appearance because he got killed by his one of the primes, which was Sentinel Prime, who was originally the leader of the Autobots. Sentinel betrayed the Autobots and took the life of Ironhide. And I really miss I really miss the character. But he was really tough. I really liked his character. I liked his personality. He was really cool. You know what I mean? And I just loved his design. His design was so unique, and how he transformed was so awesome. And I just want to know from my subscribers, did you like Ironhide? What's your favorite version of Ironhide? Is it the live action movie Ironhide? Is it G1? He also appeared in Transformers War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron. He appeared in those games too. You know what I mean? And to me, I like all versions of Ironhide, but my favorite is definitely the live action movie. I do like the G1 Ironhide too, but I do love the live action movie. I love his design. You know what I mean? Because I'm a big G1 fan, but I'm also a huge fan of the Transformers live action movies. And I just love the robots' designs. And to me, he was like Ironhide, definitely. He had that toughness, especially in a live action movie, you know what I mean? And he was just no joke. He had different types of weapons, you know what I mean? And he was just very tough. He's not afraid to take on any Decepticon, no matter how big they are or how strong they are, you know what I mean? And one of my favorite lines, I think it was from G1, but also even the live action movies, he'd be saying, where can we bust some Deceptichops? He's tough, he's like, he'd be saying he's here. He's always ready, during battle. He's like probably definitely one of the first Autobots you'll probably see on the battlefield. Like, he's just ready to fight. He loves to fight, and he's very tough. Just like Optimus Prime, him and Optimus Prime are really close. They're really cool, you know what I mean? And, he's no joke. And, this is just my review of Ironhide, of Transformers, you know what I mean? And I just want to know from my subscribers, what's your favorite version of Ironhide? And do you prefer the live action movie? Do you prefer G1? Do you prefer the comic book Ironhide? Do you prefer the video game Transformers, War Cybertron, or, you know what I mean? Like, what's your favorite version of Ironhide? You know what I mean? But I always thought that he was tough no matter what version, he was always tough, especially in the live action movie. And I just love the form that he takes. I love the pickup truck, the GMC pickup truck. I love that, you know what I mean? I just love, his personality. He's really cool and tough, you know what I mean? And, he also looked up to Sentinel Prime, and it's messed up that Sentinel Prime betrayed him, He looked up to Optimus, and he looked up to Sentinel Prime. And he's friends with Bumblebee. He's friends with Jazz. That's his Autobot brothers. He's friends with Sideswipe. You know what I mean? He's friends with a lot of his Autobot brothers. You know what I mean? Drift, Crosshairs, Hound. You know what I mean? He's really close with his Autobot brothers, you know what I mean? And he has like a great bond with them. And he always, by their side, he always helping them out, Bumblebee, and, you know what I mean? And, that's one of the things I really like about his character. I'm a big Ironhide fan. And, I just want to know from my subscribers, what's your favorite moments of Ironhide, Is it in the live action movies? Is it in the comic books? Is it in the game? Or is it in G1, And, he's really cool and he's very tough, you know what I mean? He's not even afraid of Megatron, And he's the weapon specialist, you know what I mean? And he's also cool with Jazz. He's cool with Jazz, you know what I mean? And I want to do more Transformers reviews. I want to go more into the characters and their personalities. I want to talk more about it. I'm going to have more videos about other characters I want to talk about. And I just want to make a shout out to all my subscribers. And I just want to say God bless you all. And make a shout out to Blue Moon, Cool Moon. And I want to make a shout out to Nightmare. I want to make a shout out to FNF Fox. I want to make a shout out to Christian. You know what I mean? And I just want to know from y'all, because do y'all like Ironhide? You know what I mean? I want to know from y'all, I really love this character. I really do. And I love his design. His design is definitely one of my favorites design in the Transformers movies. I love his design. I even love the action figures, of him. The movie action figures, you know what I mean? And I just love his design. He also is cool with Lennox and Epps. He was also, he also teamed it up with the the Nest team, He's really close friends with the Nest team. He also formed a bond. He formed a bond with Sam and Michaela too, you know what I mean? And he also, he was also close with the military, the Nest team, you know what I mean? And I just want to know from my subscribers, what's your favorite moments of Ironhide, you know what I mean? Is it in the first movie? Is it in the second movie? Is it in the third movie? In my opinion, I liked all his moments in all three movies, you know what I mean? I really do. And I also like his moments in the G1 as well, you know what I mean? And I really loved his design, and I love the the fact that he was tough, you know what I mean? Even in the third movie when he, before he died, he went down fighting, you know what I mean? He was very tough, and he was with one of his Autobot brothers, which was Sideswipe, they took out the dents, but he just charged into battle. He was in his truck mode and he rammed them, and it was just so awesome. They show him transform in slow motion and land on his feet, and he just kicked their butt, yo. He was no joke. And he says, "Class dismissed." He just took them out, He was one of my favorite lines in the live action movies. Is the coolest. Is he says Decepticon punk, and then he kicks one of the dents into the building, and he jams their face with one of their weapons, and it explodes. And then he says, "Class dismissed." And I just love that part, you know what I mean? He's really cool. And I love that part when they first introduce him, and he says to Sam, "You feeling lucky, punk?" I really love that part. It was just really funny. You know what I mean? And then I remember he was saying to Optimus, "Can we take Sam's father out?" He says, "No, no, no. We are humans. They are humans. We are Autobots. We're not supposed to harm humans." That's what Optimus said to Ironhide in Transformers 1. It's one of my favorite moments. It was just really funny and really cool. You know what I mean? And I just, I really love the Transformers live action movies, you know what I mean? I also like the fact that he was also part of history in Transformers The Last Night. He was part of the wars. I think he was part of one of the World War, I think like World War One, you know what I mean? He was part of the war, him and Hound, and Starscream, they were, I like that concept that they were part of history, you know what I mean? And they were there for a long time, you know what I mean? They've been on Earth before, you know what I mean? Like when you see the Autobots land on Earth, it's not them landing on Earth for the first time. In Transformers The Last Night, they tell us that, they also been there before, even before they met Sam, which I like that concept, you know what I mean? Bumblebee has been to Earth before, Starscream, Megatron, they've been to Earth before, And, I really love Ironhide, and I really miss his character, But he's a brave soldier, and he's tough, and he's really strong, you know what I mean? He's one of my favorites, and I just liked his character. I love the different versions of Ironhide. My two favorite versions of Ironhide is the live action movie, and it's the G1. Those are my two favorite versions of Ironhide. But I love both versions. I love the live action movie Ironhide. I love his design. I love how he's cool with Lennox, and Epps, who's played by Tyrese Gibson. And Lennox is played by Josh Duhamel, you know what I mean? But I really like Ironhide. I love his designs. He's really cool, you know what I mean? And he's definitely a cool character. He's definitely one of my favorites,